Advocacy Group Equal Education is expected to picket outside Parliament and the Treasury in Pretoria this morning ahead of Finance Minister Tito Mboweni tabling the medium-term budget. Education activists are calling on the Finance Minister to reverse basic education budget cuts made earlier this year. The group says more than 1.7 billion rand was cut from school infrastructure grants alone. Co-head of the research at Equal Education, Hopolang Selebalo, says continuous cuts are creating a trend of de-prioritising basic education. Other groups are also expected to join. SABC News reporter Vanessa Poonah is there for more.
Equal Education, the Advocacy Group, along with students, learners and parents have gathered outside Parliament today. This, of course, ahead of the medium-term budget speech by Finance Minister Tito Mboweni a little later on today. This Advocacy Group is calling for an end to what they call budget cuts for the Department of Basic Education. And joining me is one of the spokespeople for Equal Education, Chwayita Wenana. A very warm good morning to you. Quite a number of learners out on the streets here today. Your picket at Parliament. Tell us exactly why you've decided to come out as an organisation and the impact of the budget cuts that you say that there have been on infrastructure as well as on general education over the past few months.
Yes, so learners and parents are here in Parliament today because early this year, Tito Mboweni took away 2.1 billion of the education budget from the education department. And we are trying to say that the effects of that will be that the infrastructure projects that are over thousands will be either delayed or stopped completely. And we're saying that the state of public education in this country is not one that is acceptable because the Department of Basic Education has been missing deadlines. In 2016, we were supposed to have eradicated pit latrines and mud schools and schools that are made of improper infrastructure. But we also know that in KZN, learners are having had to take long walks just to have access to education. And we're saying in the Western Cape there are issues of maintenance of schools, but also issues of safety of schools. And if we were taking away the budget already that is constrained in the education department, this will have worse effects not only now but in the years to come. Yeah.
I understand that the one issue you've touched on now is infrastructure, but you're also highlighting the issue around the National School Nutrition Program. Speak to us about how that has been impacted, especially in the light of COVID-19 and the impact that has had on learners.
Yes, so we conducted a survey at Equal Education and we find one of the reasons why learners are unable to concentrate in schools because of the lack of meals. And we've called for the DBE to open schools and open the feeding meals because 9 million children are dependent on that for a meal a day. And we're saying this time has been a difficult time financially for a lot of these families that the learners come from. And so it doesn't make sense that there is no additional funding towards the school nutrition program because we know that a lot of learners depend upon it. So we're calling for the budget cuts to be reversed, to be stopped, but also that there should be an additional funding towards infrastructure projects and the National School Nutrition Program.
Thank you very much for your time. Speaking to us there, of course, on behalf of Equal Education, Chwayita Wenana, one of the organising members of Equal Education. They're having pickets outside Parliament as well as outside the Treasury today as the country awaits the Finance Minister Tito Mboweni's midterm budget speech, which is due to take place a little later on this afternoon.